What happens when Homer loses weight? Homer struggles to put on his swim trunks and leave. He stuffs himself into the car and releases his stomach. The Simpsons head to the water park. Homer pulls away the cue, jumps into the slide. He gets stuck in the tube as he turns the corner, and the kids who follow him are blocked. The repairman opened the pipe to free Homer. It's on TV. Homer was humiliated. He stepped on the scale and looked at his weight with disbelief. It kept changing. It stopped at 260. Homer was devastated, so he's determined to lose weight. He and Bart went into the attic, and were shocked to see themselves in the mirror, then found the gym equipment. Marge set him up with veggie and Rudge patties, but he couldn't help himself, and pulled out a hamburger. Homer is so fat he struggles to get up, and can only watch as Bart takes his money. He lifts dumbbells, and then jumps rope with the help of the kids. So Marge visualizes him as a pile of parts. Homer's dumbbells slip, scaring off Cat, and he thinks he's succeeded. He steps on the scale again, and the number keeps changing. It finally stops at 249. Homer's lost weight. He told everyone his pants had gotten bigger. His family was so happy for him. What happens when Bart is hit by Burns' car? Bart's soul separates from his body, and his spirit enters heaven. He spits on an elevator ride and instantly, the elevator turns into a slide. Bart falls into hell. The devil was here to greet him, but he didn't have a file on Bart. So, Bart and the family's call, the soul across the land, woke up. The doctor examined Bart and he was not seriously hurt. At this point, Homer was called into the office by Burns. Because Burns hit Bart with his car, he offered Homer $100 for his trouble, but it wasn't enough to cover the medical bills, and Burns took the opportunity to take the check back. The negotiations didn't work out, so they had to go to court. Bart's injuries looked pretty bad. He told the story of the accident. Bart fell and was chased by the evil Burns, who tried to run him over. His story brought tears to the eyes of those present. It was Burns' turn to speak. He told how Bart had come in front of him on purpose and had been run over. He also hugged Bart and felt guilty. However, his story didn't sit well with the crowd. At the second trial, Marge came forward as a witness. She broke down Bart's disguise. The lawsuit was lost and Burns was very happy. In the end, the Simpsons got nothing. Do you know how crazy Marge's ex-boyfriend Artie is? He was going to hang himself at The Simpsons because the company went bankrupt. Homer saved Artie and took him to Mus Bar. Marge saw Artie's wanted poster on TV. The police were looking for him. He was brought in by Homer to gamble. Thinking he was going to win, he stood at the table and celebrated early. Homer raises the stakes and wins the outstanding shares of Artie's business. Next thing you know, the Securities and Exchange Commission is coming in. Artie was trampled on the table. Homer told them he was now the majority owner of the company.
You're the majority shareholder?
With all the inherent legal liability.
And that's when Homer was arrested.
How can you arrest Homer?
Everyone turned their attention to Artie, who repaid kindness with ingratitude. Homer went to jail for Marge's ex-boyfriend, Artie.
I think about a lot more than just
Artie, 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 Artie.
Marge threw Artie's clothes out of the house. She brought the kids to visit Homer. Homer holds his head in pain. Bart pinched himself to comfort Homer. Homer covered his face and cried. Malloy scolded Artie for betraying Homer. Artie turned himself in. Homer was finally freed. Lisa hugged Homer. When Artie entered the prison, he sprayed out his cellmates' cigarettes with water. He was surrounded by his cellmates.